field of culture, micro business, co-ops, ethical platform economy, and so forth, and bring these topics to the No Labels, No Walls Festival next year. What do you think, Chris?
That sounds very great. One of the things about culture and cultural products, they are viable means for creating employment and creating other kinds of opportunities. Specifically for people with disability, they do have a way to express themselves. And amongst those who are able to participate in different cultural activities, it has also been identified as a method for sharing their experiences, their own lived experiences. So you will find out that some people who are in the medical field, they actually encourage people, all kinds of people, to partake in cultural activities because it is an expression of the inner self, so to speak. So those are very good programs when it comes to issues around health, issues around employment, issues around inclusion. And I'm very excited to see how Citizen Network will be able to bring all of that together in programming.
Thank you, Chris. How would you incorporate Citizen Network in this mobility with these goals? What could we do together?
You see, when we sit down to plan our activity, the issue of mobility could actually be cross-cutting. Mobility applies to everything. Mobility applies to work. Mobility applies to knowledge sharing. Mobility applies to social inclusion. Mobility issues are found in migration. They are found in entrepreneurship. So it is a whole area that can be cross-cutting in the various programs for Citizen Network.
I really like the idea, Chris, of using this term mobile. Like Peter mentions, that the idea is to do something. Yeah. So everything that we do in this mobility is somehow surrounded with this idea that we are doing a lot of things. Not the talking is doing, but not only talking, but perhaps seeking new ways to explore these phenomena, not only with Dramalogen and Kukunori, but to bring in people digitally and locally. And one of the things that we have talked is during this COVID crisis is that we have to quickly reorganize new ways of participation. And perhaps next year, we hope that we are able to travel to Sweden and from Sweden to Finland. But if that's not possible, how do we reach our goals in a way that happens using digital platforms? Not only this kind of discussion platforms, but perhaps using the Propellerhead Citizen Think Tank or other tools that also include new jobs. Sort of this kind of collaborative networking processes need new skills, and in that way, in that sense, also create new job opportunities. I've been exploring this idea of innovation portfolios that are very helpful in gathering the structures of systems and the needed skills and resources that are included, so that we are able to find the levers that bring the positive change. And all these aspects, an example coming from Africa, I've been working in Tanzania, and there they use theater as a method to express a report. Not only write a report, our outcome could be a theater play that explains what the goals of the project are. So like it could provide not only a PowerPoint presentation, but a play that could continue after that would include people into the conversation. But I'm not very familiar with the theater world, but I think in the theater world there are methods that could be used in this sense. What do you think, Magda?
Yeah, I think, and we also use it when we are out working and in different environments or firms or things, they order us out, and we express their own problems for them in a theatrical way. And that is very good because they can see their own problem at the same time, visualized by us, and then we can have a discussion afterwards.
Everybody can see it from outside somehow.
Yeah, at the same time, and then you can really start a discussion because the boss is there and all the employees are there too. So it's a very powerful tool, I would say, to use theater in different ways, and we do it all the time in Dramalogen. Yeah,
it's one of our best games actually.
Yeah,
it's
our best product on the market.
So Chris.
Yes, in the development field, it has been verified that theater is a vehicle for community development. Theater is a vehicle for knowledge sharing. Theater is a vehicle that encourages participation. So theater has a huge role to play when it comes to community development. Just like you shared with us, issues around using drama to present a report, theater is an avenue that increases participation of different groups of people. So it is a key requirement for inclusion. It assists communities to say it as it is. You understand? It helps everybody to see the greater picture. And most importantly, it is a very good form of entertainment.
Yes, the whole festival is a celebration. So I think there's a good mix of emotions and data and dialogue, as the things are usually look very different from new perspectives. So I would think that if we formulate first a message, so that could be part of our mobility, for example, there in Sweden. And then we start to think that how to express this message through theater. And then we think that if theater, then how can we be inclusive? How could we support learning? How to include people? And in the end, if we have time, then we do it there at the festival, but also model it in a way that we could continue with the model later. So people could use our small design experiment and do it themselves. Perhaps we could find a group from Citizen Network somewhere on the other side of the world, in Australia, for example, where we have friends, and then they could continue the work that we've been doing in Dramalogen and in Kukunori. What do you think, Peter?
Yeah, I think that's a possible game plan. That sounds good. It's not super easy for me to visualize exactly how to do it, but I think in one way it's, I mean, if we can find the formula or even a manuscript almost, or kind of parts to bring into it, then we could do artistic work in various places or in the same place.
But we also learned the other week that it's also possible to play theater on the internet. You can take part in a play. It doesn't matter if you are in Finland or if you are in Sweden, where you are, because you can make plans for it, and you can have actors in 2 or 3 or 4 countries, and they are playing at the same time in the same play. And that is something that I would like to do very much.
Yeah, but for the next festival, we could maybe that could be a secondary project that we do a nice Zoom play. In 4 or 6 countries or something.
It takes planning, of course, but I think it will be very nice to do that. It's a gigantic experiment.
Yeah. Chris, can you take a part?
Absolutely, yes. Why not?
Great.
In these days of Zoom technology, I think it's very, very possible to get it done. If you look at a number of shared music, you see how it has been synchronized perfectly, so that everybody is taking part at the same time, and they're in very different places, but it all comes together within one film, one movie, one music. Everybody is participating in it, and I think that's a very, very good way to look at it.
Yeah, in this case, we could have a musician as the fifth player. Okay.
Yeah.
It could be very nice.
Now we have.
Yeah, of course we have to have lines, but lines and real-time music. It would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So we have to design a message and then design a way to express that message, isn't it so?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have to keep on working.
Yes.
And thinking about Chris's words about mobility, so we could also incorporate the idea of that the actual playing of the play could be a learning process. Somehow, if there are people that sort of lead the play, there would be parts where we could bring in people. If it would be like the festival in Helsinki at the Central Library Oodi, then we just invite people in, and they have certain part there that they could be part of.
Can carry that bag with.
And sort of like including all this like in the last session we had John Dalrymple from Citizen Network, We Are One Community, said that putting nice ideas into practice, and I think Dramalogen and Kukunori they've been doing that. But how can we offer this opportunity to others and also provide a platform for learning? And we have actually a theater professional here, Michael Bierman from Los Angeles. Good morning.
Listen, I just woke up. I had no idea what you guys. I'm kidding. Listening for 5 a.m. here, but it sounded really great, everybody, and
Okay.
it's exciting. And I think all the ideas on the panel has been fantastic. We actually did a Zoom, our first Zoom theater or film, because it's really film, obviously. But it went actually really well. So it is possible to do, to connect people through Zoom, through some type of art and connection. And, it's a mix between film and theater, I guess the best way to say it. It's a great idea, and just encourage it. It's fantastic.
Michael, Magan, she's a real Strindberg buff. I'm so interested in why it's called the Strindberg Institute.
Yeah, in America we call it the Strindberg, and our tagline is, with a name like Strindberg, it has to be good, because nobody knows who August Strindberg is. So, and our work has nothing to do with Strindberg. So tomorrow, if you want, we explain how we got the name and how we just had to keep it for, even though we only did one Strindberg play.
Okay. We're very interested in that. It will be great.
But Marcus, maybe we can do a Strindberg play here in the internet. Maybe we can.
That's very Strindbergian.
Yeah, exactly.
We send out some drawings for the scenography, and everyone does as good as he can. And then we just put up the play, 4 or 5 actors, one from each country. Why? Why not? Yeah, thank you.
You mean people should have scenography in the background, so it looks like they're in the same room when the camera cuts around?
Yes.
Wow.
And the same lighting and same everything, filters and everything. Yeah, I think
it's gonna be an easy job, that.
Miss Julie on Zoom or something like that. That'd be good. That's never been done before.
This is something
we have to try it. We have to try it.
Here, but
yeah,
it will be interesting.
And back to our topic, the future of no labels, no walls. For Michael, we were discussing that we are trying to build a mobility funded by European Union between Kukunori and Dramalogen in creating a learning process for participants with mental health background and people with intellectual disabilities, being mobile and traveling to Sweden, traveling to Finland, and creating a piece for next year's festival. And that festival, Chris is here on the call. Chris is the not only country, but the continent coordinator of Citizen Network. So we have an idea of using this play as also the outcome of the process, but also a tool to include more people and to learn while playing the play.
And that's great because, you know, theater can use music, like you were speaking, you can use art, you can use visual art, theater, whatever expresses, you know, the beautiful thing about theater is it all can go into that. So, you know, all the stuff that you all are talking about is fantastic. Connecting through art and through culture. Everybody has an opportunity, has the ability to do that. And we know that working with so many different communities throughout, you know, that we've worked with in our past. So yeah, I mean, it's no labels, you know, it's no walls. So great.
Yeah, it's the way to go about things.
Someone just entered the room. You can see him here in the background.
Yes, good morning. This is the other Strindberg person. My name is Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Good evening, good morning.
Good afternoon, actually.
So we still have a couple of minutes left, and we have also a plan for the content of the mobilities. One of the things that we wanted is to have this mobility. Not only all people have the courage or economic situation that they can travel. So we provide this kind of experience. And we link that to the building of the No Labels, No Walls movement in a way that allows people to take part also digitally and during the mobility. That's a good start. But then we also have things that we want to learn from each other. We learn from Dramalogen, we learn from Kukunori about entrepreneurship, about being independent, but also dependent on groups support, for example, and bringing about the best practices that you have done there in Dramalogen. And out of this message, we will create something creative. And that creative is then during these mobility internships in both countries. So like you all have mentioned, the theater is a very good tool to bring in all aspects of art and culture quite well. So I'm very excited to see what we have next year at the festival. But like we always said, let's do it anyhow. So there's a lot of things that we can do outside the box. So let's see what's possible and let's include more people. So
Absolutely.
I'm open also to have this kind of Action Monday meeting for 1 hour in No Labels, No Walls movement, where we could ask people from Dramalogen, from the Kukunori network, and from the No Labels network, sort of for example, to discuss these topics, and perhaps we could get material for our play.
100%, and I think what you guys, what everybody's saying here is about grassroots movement. When you have a grassroots movement, which is what No Labels, No Walls has as the foundation of it, it's entrepreneurship, it's getting people empowered to take action in their own community. So I think the format, Marcus, that you were touching upon is perfect for the methodology that we've built. You know, we've all built with this festival and with this movement. And in 2 years, how global we've got it to be, and how many people are participating throughout the world. So I think it just lends itself to that methodology.
So I leave the last words to Peter and Maggan from Dramalogen. What do you say? What are the next steps?
I have a great idea. I think that we can send each other some assignments to do in 1 month time, and then film it and show it for us here. So maybe we have something from America, from Africa, from Finland, from wherever, and you say to Dramalogen, make this thing in 5 minutes and show us what you are good for. And then we do it and we film it and we show it here on an Action Monday. Thank you.
Great idea.
I don't know if it's
Maggan.
possible, but if you say you have a network all around the world, someone has to grab it and say, yeah, we do it. Thank you for this. Is it possible, or am I out? Because I am a very, I'm a doer. I can talk, of course, but I like to do things practically and show it with some kind of action.
Hey, that's a good idea, Maggan. If we have a message from you to the community and then we act upon, but the show is about to finish, so let's continue later. Please, all the people in the audience, join the No Labels, No Walls Facebook group. Let's continue the discussion there. So I'm expecting a message from Peter and Maggan. So what should we do next? Then we continue with the Action Monday. This is No Labels, No Walls, plus We Are One Festival, 100 events from 10 countries, combining a lot of people. Thank you for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take good care. Nice to see you all.
Thank you all. Okay then.